What fascinated me about the UFL was the quality of the coaches and the quality of the players. There are a lot of guys that have NFL experience. There are a lot of guys that weren't able to make rosters in the National Football League because it really is such a limited number with nowhere to go. And the UFL has the quality of NFL football and the coaching staffs of the NFL football and the support staffs of the NFL. So I love football, felt attracted to it, got excited about it, the way the league's been put together. It's in its embryonic stages, and it's always good to be a part of something in the beginning to try and make it special.
I think my most memorable moment in football is no question winning the Rose Bowl in 2000 with the Wisconsin Badgers.
But my most memorable moment would have to be in 2002 with the Ohio State Buckeyes. We won a national championship.
That 63-yard touchdown, my first year as a Cowboy, you know, that's real memorable for me.
Didn't really have a good hindsight at the time, didn't really know what a hit was going to feel like, and their All-American linebacker came over and knocked me straight out into their sidelines. Popped my helmet all crazy, knocked me straight into a 360 on the sidelines. I remember getting up just like, man, are you serious?
And I got my first start in Minnesota in the Dome, and we won that game, and it was just amazing. You know, after that game, I was just like, wow. I looked in the sky and it was like I finally reached my dream.
Coach Spurrier told me, you know what, we signed the 5 guys we wanted, but we have one more scholarship open, you know, for an athlete. And we got your film late, but I'll give you a chance to play wide out. I said, Coach, that's all I need. So I'm forever indebted to Coach Spurrier for that. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
So we were coming after them to try to get the ball back, and they missed a checkoff and threw a quick slant in versus some blitzes that we were running to Ditka, and Ditka didn't get the check. And I ran to the spot where I knew he was going to throw, and he threw the ball right to me. And they were on the 46-yard line going in, so I caught it, intercepted it, and took it back for a touchdown, which was my first play from the scrimmage play in professional football.
It's more surreal than anything else. Playing in the Rose Bowl, meeting people all week. Tommy Lasorda, Jay Leno, Joe Theismann, who's here now, here on The Tonight Show. You know, it's just insane.
The moment I remember most is we were playing the Bears in 1982, and Rod Perry came up to make a tackle on Walter Payton, and Walter made him pay for it. I mean, that was the most vicious hit I've seen in a long time. And we kind of gave old Rod the blues about it, but it's just part of the game. He stepped up and tried to make a play on a guy that was a legend and a Hall of Fame.
The game is just about over, so he flings the ball down, and he's supposed to hit the tight end down and curl, and he threw it over his head. And on the other side of the tight end was our wide out, and he caught it, ran it in, and from defeat to victory in about 4 seconds. That was pretty good.
Well, not many people or quote-unquote experts gave us a chance. But that's why you play the game. You know, we went out there and a thrilling double overtime game against Miami, and we were able to score and late in the game and capture a national championship for the University of Ohio State.
The Seattle Stadium was just unbelievably loud and raucous, and we're driving on down the field, and you like that word?
Raucous, I like that.
That was good.
Everyone rushing the field, all the confetti, obviously getting to hold the trophy and all that. It was a great part of playing football.
Raucous crowd.
The crowd
was that
raucous.
what he said, Coach? Raucous?
Raucous.
Yes.
Raucous.
Made a couple moves, went down the sideline, scored the game-winning touchdown, sent us to the next round of the playoffs, and we ended up going to state and actually losing to Drew Brees in state. But it was a great time in my career, and I'll never forget it. What's up to everybody in Abilene? I love y'all.
To just go through the playoffs and keep winning and get to that Super Bowl game, and just the energy and the electricity and being around and seeing what it took and what all went into something like that, something so big on such a grand scheme, was just incredible to be a part of. You know, when we kicked the field goal at the end and won the game, just was probably the most electric feeling I've ever gotten on a football field.
Tom Brady drops back to pass, and Charles Woodson blitzes off the edge, and clean sack, hits him with 2 hands on the ball, and the ball is loose, and Greg Biekert recovers it.
It was like 4th and 13. You know, ball's on the 22-yard line, and you're like, with 3 minutes left, you say, hey, Bobby's going to count on his defense. We played the faith
during a commercial timeout, we find out that they've reviewed the play up in the booth, and they reviewed it for the tuck rule, which nobody had heard at that time.
Hugh Hefner and 3 playmates like this. So that's a pretty cool experience. I still got the picture. And actually, my wife was my girlfriend at the time. I didn't have a camera, so I used her camera. Had a bunch of pictures, and I think they all somehow mysteriously got lost.
I've had a lot of great moments in football. You know, I've won championships in the Arena League. I feel like I helped turn a program around at the University of Louisville. I was a coach with the Buccaneers when they won a Super Bowl. I've had a lot of fun. You know, to put it on one play, or I can't do it. You know, it's impossible. I'm just very fortunate to be able to play the game that I love for so long, and now be able to coach it. It's a lot of fun when you're winning.
Once you get around the game, once it gets in your blood, it's who we are. And it's the same thing for all these guys that are involved in the UFL. The dream never ends. This is not a developmental league. It's a place for players to go to continue to chase the dream, to continue to stay in shape, and to allow the fans to see a very high quality of professional football.